from a stranger stumbling into UFC middleweight champ Sean Strickland's driveway only to find himself at gunpoint. 2 BJ Penn trading punches in a Hawaiian street brawl before evening the score later that night, and in Eugene, MMA fighter stopping a robbery and turning heads nationwide. These accidental encounters prove one thing: when everyday people collide with elite fighters, reality hits harder than any gym drill ever could. Number 1. UFC champion stops trespasser. UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland released a video showing a wild encounter in his own driveway. A man, stumbling drunk, falls on the sidewalk in front of Strickland's house. The man walks between 2 parked cars and kneels down. The footage cuts to Strickland walking down an outside corridor, then back to the doorbell cam as he points a pistol at the kneeling man. The video shifts again, showing Strickland chasing the man onto the street in front of his house. He kicks the man to the ground and holds him at gunpoint with his foot on the man's torso. A man in a red shirt, possibly a security officer, walks alongside Strickland. The man is eventually arrested. Number 2. Street fighter meets UFC fighter. A drunk man stumbles, falls in Strickland's driveway. Strickland chases, kicks him down, holds him at gunpoint. Number 3. Stranger challenges MMA fighter. Man provokes MMA fighter, which gets knocked out immediately and badly. Number 4. BJJ expert handles angry stranger. Several friends were having dinner at a pizzeria when a man approached asking for a lighter. The table, made up of non-smokers, refused politely. The man became enraged, showing violent behavior and directly threatening Ryan Hall, owner of 50/50 BJJ and one of the most decorated lightweight grappling and BJJ competitors in the USA. Hall, a Marcelo Garcia representative and IBJJF Mundial and No GI Mundial champion, reacted with precise control. In the video, he first subdues the angry man without throwing a single punch, using Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques to maintain control. Later, in a second encounter, Hall applies a choke that renders the opponent unconscious, ending the confrontation safely and legally. Number 5. UFC fighter gets knocked out. A UFC fighter faces a drunk stranger in a street fight and gets knocked out, proving real fights don't follow online claims. Number 6. John Jones stops vandalism. UFC fighter John Jones confronts 2 teenagers in Albuquerque attempting to vandalize the city and takes their spray cans, preventing further damage. Number 7. UFC fighter stops mugger. In January 2019, UFC fighter Poliana Viana was waiting for a rideshare in Rio de Janeiro when a man approached, claiming to be armed and demanding her phone. Viana quickly realized the gun was fake, and the man was too close to react effectively. She stood up and attacked him immediately. Viana struck the man twice with punches and landed a kick, causing him to fall to the ground. She then applied a rear naked choke, restraining him until the police arrived. The man, who was carrying a fake gun, was taken to a hospital for treatment and then brought to the police station. Viana filed a report and was unharmed. Number 8. Mike Perry hits man at restaurant. UFC welterweight Mike Perry was involved in a troubling incident at a Texas restaurant. After a heated argument with his girlfriend, Lattery Gonzalez, Perry got into an altercation with an older man. During the confrontation, Perry punched the man for no reason. The video shows the sequence of events in the restaurant, capturing the moment of the assault. The altercation began following the argument with his girlfriend and escalated quickly, resulting in Perry striking the older gentleman. The clip focuses on the incident itself and the actions taken by Perry during this restaurant confrontation. Number 9. Roger Huerta defends woman. In August 2010, former UFC fighter Roger Huerta was involved in a street fight in Austin, Texas. A former Texas Longhorns linebacker, Rashad Bobino, had just assaulted a woman outside a bar. Huerta stepped in to defend her. The video of the incident shows Huerta confronting Bobino and knocking him out. Huerta acted quickly after seeing the assault, using his fighting skills to stop Bobino immediately. The altercation took place in a public area outside the bar, with Huerta directly targeting the man who attacked the woman. Bobino, a college football player, was overwhelmed by Huerta's precision and control, unable to continue after the knockout. Number 10. BJ Penn bar brawl. Hawaii UFC legend BJ Penn was involved in a chaotic night in Hawaii that started outside a bar. In the street, Penn was seen facing a man who threw a 1-2 combo, landing a left hook flush on Penn's chin and knocking him to the ground. Penn's friends helped him up as the altercation continued. Later that night, inside the Lava Shack bar on the Big Island, Penn mounted a shirtless man and threw at least 4 clean punches to his head. His legs were hooked in, showing his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu control, before several men in red security shirts stepped in to break up the fight. The street fight was the first encounter, and the bar altercation was a follow-up where Penn landed multiple strikes, responding to the earlier attack. Number 11. Kevin Holland stops car thief. During an appearance on the MMA Hour, Kevin Holland recounted chasing down an alleged car thief in his neighborhood. Holland was at a gas station when he heard someone yelling that their car had been stolen. He immediately got into his own car and pursued the stolen vehicle, which crashed twice during the chase. After the second crash, Holland went after the suspect on foot. He tripped the man, got on top of him, and used an MMA maneuver, describing it as a little sweep followed by a knee on belly and a Khabib scarf hold. When the suspect complained he couldn't breathe, Holland picked him up and held him on the curb until police arrived. During the pursuit, Holland called his coach Shug Dorsey, who arrived in time to photograph Holland holding the suspect on the ground, documenting the arrest and Holland's control over the situation. Number 12. Matt Serra calf confrontation at a Las Vegas cafe. Former UFC welterweight champion Matt Serra had to step in after an allegedly drunk man began threatening the staff. Serra shared the incident on Instagram, showing the situation unfold at the Grand Calf at Red Rock Casino. In the videos, Serra is first seen observing the man and his companion, noting their strange behavior. The next clip shows Serra on top of the allegedly intoxicated diner, who appears shirtless, restraining him as he thrashes on the floor. The man repeatedly tells Serra, "I'm gonna F you up," while also speaking to staff about pressing charges. Serra repeatedly tells the man to calm down as he maintains control. Eventually, Serra releases the diner and allows the restaurant's security team to take over. Number 13. Nate Diaz, street choke. Former UFC star Nate Diaz was confronted by YouTuber Rodney Peterson on Bourbon Street in New Orleans following a celebrity boxing show on April 22nd. Peterson approached Diaz, and Diaz responded by applying a choke, holding Peterson until he released him to the ground, seemingly unconscious. 5 days later, Diaz turned himself in to New Orleans police with his attorney, Walter Becker, after a warrant was issued. Months later, prosecutors determined that Peterson had been the aggressor and that Diaz acted in self, declining to press charges. Number 14. Jared Gordon street fight Queens. On December 22, 2017, UFC lightweight Jared Gordon was involved in a violent street fight in Queens, New York. Gordon was with his friend Jeffrey Gallardo and another friend, Alex Shaloff, near Shaloff's barbershop. As they walked back from getting food and coffee, two young men appeared, one of whom Gallardo recognized from jiu-jitsu classes. The men suddenly attacked Gallardo, with one swinging first and spitting in Gallardo's face. Gordon initially observed, but when one aggressor squared off on Gallardo, Gordon stepped in. During the fight, Gordon smashed into a barbershop window, cutting his hand and fingers. He required 21 stitches from the injury. The two attackers were badly bloodied by Gordon and Gallardo and fled the scene. Police reviewed the security footage and dismissed the incident as self-defense. 10 days later, while training, Gordon injured the same hand while taking someone down, requiring stitches from a plastic surgeon. A week later, he fell on a wet escalator at Grand Central Station, hitting the same hand and bleeding again, though the previous stitches held. Number 15. Kevin Holland stops car thief. UFC middleweight Kevin Holland chased and apprehended an alleged car thief in Texas days after his no contest with Kyle Daukaus at UFC Fight Night 193. Number 16. Jordan Williams stops car theft. One day, someone tried to steal UFC welterweight Jordan Williams' car at a convenience store. The thief noticed Williams' car was left running with the door unlocked and casually slipped in, attempting to drive off. Williams, who had been inside the store, walked out just in time to see what was happening. He ran to his car, opened the driver's door, and physically yanked the man out, tossing him aside. The thief ran from the camera's view, and it's unclear what happened after. Though Williams recovered his vehicle, Williams recorded surveillance footage of the incident and shared it on social media. In the video, he can be seen sitting with a store employee, showing the recording on his phone while the attempted theft plays. Williams later commented that he learned a lesson about leaving his car running, acknowledging that he should have been more careful. He also joked about wishing he could have finished the encounter with additional techniques, including a trip and some ground and pound, but settled for retrieving his car. Number 17. Joe Schilling bar altercation. Footage surfaced in 2021 of former GLORY tournament champion and Bellator fighter Joe Schilling involved in a bar dispute. Schilling posted on social media, stating that the incident was an act of self-defense during a life-threatening experience. The video shows Schilling attempting to get around a man standing in a pathway at the bar. Dressed in a shirt and tie, the man blocked the way for patrons and employees, and a busboy approached the table at the same time. While the exact words exchanged between Schilling and the man are unclear, the footage shows Schilling delivering a quick 1-2 combination that knocks the man out. The individual involved was later identified as Justin Balboa. Following the altercation, Balboa filed a lawsuit against Schilling, claiming that he was viciously attacked, physically struck, and assaulted. He sought damages of up to $30,000 as a result of the incident. Number 18. Eugene. MMA fighter stops robbery. An MMA fighter from Eugene gained national attention after stopping a robbery in progress. Using his training, he intervened and prevented the crime, showcasing real-world application of martial arts outside the cage. Number 19. Melvin Gillard bar knockouts. Former UFC lightweight striker Melvin Gillard was involved in a bar fight while working as a bouncer at the Gin Mill in Denver, Colorado, in June 2018. 36 at the time and now a bare-knuckle boxer. When countered a boorish patron while other bouncers were removing a different person from the bar, he pushed the man away with one arm and followed with a single punch that dropped him onto the pavement. The man remained unconscious for approximately 30 seconds before others assisted him. He suffered injuries and pressed charges against Gillard, but later pleaded guilty to 1 count of second-degree assault. The felony assault charges also included a separate bar incident from September 2018, in which Gillard was allegedly captured on video, knocking out 2 men at another Colorado bar. At the time of the first fight, Gillard's MMA record stood at 31 wins, 31 losses, and 2 draws, with 3 no contests. TMZ Sports released new footage of the June 2018 incident, showing Gillard's decisive strike and the rapid outcome of the altercation. Number 20. Jon Jones stops car theft. UFC legend Jon Jones foiled an attempted car robbery at his Albuquerque home over the weekend. A surveillance video posted by Jones on Instagram shows the incident unfolding, seconds after a man is seen walking across Jones' driveway and entering one of several parked cars. Jones emerges from his garage carrying a shotgun. He runs after the suspected thief across the driveway and out of the camera's view. Jones captioned the video, noting that he tapped a thief's driver's side window with the muzzle of his shotgun and warned that people should be fast if they attempt to steal from someone. He emphasized that he chose not to shoot the man while he was retreating, stating that a life isn't worth a few material possessions. The 33-year-old two-time UFC light heavyweight champion has previously faced legal trouble. He was arrested in March by Albuquerque police for aggravated DWI and negligent use of a firearm. To avoid jail time, Jones agreed to a plea deal that included community service and 1 year of supervised probation, no doubt. This incident demonstrates Jones' quick reaction and control of the situation, chasing off the would-be thief and securing his property while avoiding unnecessary harm. If you thought strangers getting tangled with UFC fighters was wild, make sure to like and subscribe for more raw, unfiltered moments from the world of real combat. Drop a comment below and tell me which encounter shocked you the most. Thanks for watching. Stay alert, respect the fight, and remember that the line between casual chaos and elite skill is razor thin. I'll see you in the next video, where the intensity, unpredictability, and jaw-dropping reality checks never stop.